Okay, this is Kenny from Jazz 313. I'm with one of the sharpest dressers, the mayor of Kansas City. Tell us your name.
Man, my name is Ronnie Medlock. Ronnie Medlock.
Okay, so tell me about the jazz scene when you was a young man. What was it like here in Kansas City?
Oh, man. You was dealing with some of the greatest musicians that ever was known to mankind. You was dealing with people like, even the women, Ella Fitzgerald, Duke Ellington, Count Basie.
So they was coming right here on the street?
Right on the street. Louis Armstrong, the great, one of the baddest ones, man. They call him the Birdman, Charlie Parker. Oh, man, what you talking about? It wouldn't be nothing to see people like roaming the streets down here on 18th Street and 9th Street. People like some of the greatest, Sonny Stitt.
What about Barry Harris?
Oh, Barry. Oh, man, what you talking about?
I'm from Detroit, so tell me what you know about Detroit. You know, this is Jazz 313.
Let me tell you something, man.
Yusef Lateef.
Yusef Lateef.
Tommy Flanagan.
Tommy Flanagan. But keep on spinning.
Alvin Jones.
Talk to me.
Hank Jones.
And then number chicken wings and cornbread. They just keep on spinning, baby.
No, you tell me. Just tell me.
But this was the Mecca. You know, back in the day, they had a little controversy about New Orleans. Was, you know, yes, that's true. New Orleans was the one that brought it. But Kansas City raised it up.
No question about it.
They raised it, baby.
So it come out of Congo Square, out of New Orleans, but they was really in Congo in Africa, and the beast is coming.
It's coming. Yeah, talk to me.
So no, I'm talking to you because guess what? I love your spirit. So did you ever see some of the vocalists? Tell me some of the vocalists that
Sarah
you
Vaughan.
What about Carmen McRae?
Oh, man.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay.
People like
Thank you, sir.
the one and only they used to call him Mr. B.
Billy Eckstine.
Billy Eckstine.
What about Betty Carter? That's a Detroiter.
Betty Carter, man, look, man, you bringing back some memories, baby.
That's why I'm talking to you.
Yeah.
So
man, I had the opportunity to meet one of the greatest ladies who performed, and she had a song out. It was called "What a Difference a Day Make."
24
little hours.
Who was that? Who was that? Abby Lincoln is my girl. That's another Detroiter.
Yeah.
Max Roach.
Max Roach.
Max Roach and Abby Carter. I mean, Abby Lincoln, Detroit. Listen, you guys talk Kansas City stuff, and all of my Kansas City guys, they kill me all the time because I meet them. Like I'm involved at the United Nations with jazz, promoting jazz as an ambassador.
Right.
So tell me, what made Kansas City, because no question about it, it's undisputable, what made Kansas City so special in jazz? I'm talking Jay McShane.
Jay McShane. You talking about big
Ben Webster. I didn't know
Big
he was
Webster,
from here.
all of them boys. You ain't talking about Big Joe Turner, but he was more familiar with the blues side of it. And what a lot of us don't know and understand about jazz, see, back in the day, you had boys like...
Talk to my camera so the people can see.
You have people like Sonny Stitt, people like some of your baddest boys, man.
Dewey Redman.
Dewey Redman. Sonny Stitt, Dewey Redman. You have people like that played the guitar, Bumping on the Sunset. What was his name? Lord, I'm getting old, man.
That's all right.
I'm 76, baby.
76, but look how good you look. Black don't crack. 76 is the star.
That's the late great Buck O'Neill used to say, who was the ambassador for the Negro League Baseball. Good black don't crack, baby. You know, it don't crack. But
so what about Sonny Rollins? I just got through reading his book, Colossus.
Man,
that blew me. That blew. Let me ask you another question, because you beat the system. And this is a question that I want to know. I did a YouTube special on it. You check it out, Jazz 313. Look and see. But why did so many of our boys get caught up into the dope? When you look at Miles, you look at Charlie Parker. I mean, how did that happen like that? I mean, you got people like Duke Ellington lived and Count Basie lived, but what was that about?
Well, my brother, it was designed. And what we don't understand about them brilliant men, they was dealing with racism to the part, man, and certain things in their life they had to deal with. The drugs was there to help them.
Okay.
They thought.
It was an escape.
It was an escape. The same thing that was an escape now. You find a lot of our young jazz players and stuff, when they get out there and they get all mixed up in this so-called world we're living in.
Roy Hargrove.
They need something to help them keep going. Although they was geniuses. They was geniuses in their professions. They was icons. But that, when they redid it again in the 1980s, when they dropped the crack cocaine on us, a lot of the young musicians now still suffer, are trying to find that reality. And it really ain't there. It ain't there.
Okay, we'll switch back the gears because they kind of changed the mood. But I just wanted to ask you, because you lived it. I was a young guy when they was coming through. But what about Billy Higgins and Cedar Walton and Clifford Jordan and the boys like that? Did you see them guys come through here? Or they was...
No,
Okay.
I didn't get an opportunity to see them guys. But I lived it because when I was coming up, that's how I used to live with people like who played the guitar. What's his name, man?
Wes Montgomery.
Wes Montgomery, and all of them bumping on the set.
Oh yeah, you talking.
You know, people like what you call the one and only played the organ. What was in there? Jimmy Smith, Rosalind Roland Kirk.
Oh, Rosalind Roland Kirk. Okay. What about Roland Hanna?
Oh.
Now, me and his wife, he is a Detroiter. Now, I'm just giving you the Detroit guys.
Talk to me.
Okay. I tell you what, when we talk about Detroit and the Kansas City, it's undisputable. Kansas City is Kansas City.
Kansas City. Yeah.
Okay, tomorrow, Kansas City, in my opinion, outside of Harlem, I'll call Kansas City the Harlem of the West.
That's what it is.
Because Kansas City has more, and I've been coming here. I used to work for Anheuser-Busch, so right down the road, Lou Rawls loved the city.
Yes.
And Les McCann,
Right.
this was the place they would come.
Right.
I'm a young guy. I knew about Got to Make It Real.
Yeah.
Compared to
nothing.
To what? Right. Gotta make it real compared to what?
Yeah.
Boom. And this is where they would come. Think about this here. It's like the guy who sell cakes come to the bakery.
Yeah.
They would
come. Yeah.
They would come for. Back then I wasn't eating meat, but I did try that chicken Arthur Bryant's.
Arthur Bryant's, yes.
Yeah, they turned me on to that back in the day.
Yeah.
But let's keep it on jazz. Give the people your name and tell them what you do at the museum, because I'm touched. I'm touched, and I didn't want to go down. I was just wondering how. I was just left Tulsa, and I didn't realize. And I'm be honest with you, I was a high school principal. I didn't hear about the Tulsa thing until I was grown. But I met a guy down there today. He was the descendant. They killed 300 people over 4 days and got away 20 blocks. So we've been dealing with, and before welfare came. So let me ask you with the jazz, but jazz always sold the fashion. So what was the fashion? Tell us about the dress. Everybody was dressed. Look at
man.
Yeah, tell about the dress.
Man. They was clean every day.
Rolexes.
Rolex, not only, man.
Whitney Boulevard.
They was dressed to the nine.
What kind of watches that you got on? I like that one.
It's just cosmetics, baby.
Well, it look good.
But it look good.
You look good. So
that's how they was. They dressed. Flow suits.
So answer this question. How did the Monarchs and the Negro Leagues and jazz, because I hear all the old guys always talk about the Bears in Birmingham, Detroit had a, so how did baseball and jazz fuse? It is all here in Kansas City. So who was the big guy in Kansas? Who was the big baseball player in Kansas City back then?
One of the biggest baseball players, along with was two of them, was quite a fact. Matter of fact, was one of them who was the ambassador of the Negro League Baseball. I'm talking about the one and only Buck Leonard.
Okay, never heard. I'm gonna look.
Buck Leonard.
Buck Leonard. Listen, Jazz 313. You getting a lesson that you ain't gonna learn at no Harvard University, no University of Michigan, no University of Kansas. Buck Leonard, and give me the second name.
The second name was the one who started it, which the birth of the Negro League Baseball was started right here in Kansas City, right on 18th and Purcell at the old YMCA. The name of the guy was Rube Foster.
Lou Foster.
Rube Foster.
R-U-E.
Yeah, he was the one that started the Negro League Baseball.
But
the difference was this here, what a lot of people don't realize and understand, and it's very simple. Baseball players wanted to be jazz musicians. Jazz musicians want to be baseball players.
So it's like today, I played basketball.
Yeah.
all the basketball players want to be rappers today.
Yeah,
and all the rappers.
want to be baseball players, but it's a whole different genre. Because see, back during that, man, they had told them. I heard one of the greatest orators, one of the greatest, who is right now the president of the Negro League Baseball, had a group of people out there, and he was giving them a story about Kansas City and baseball. They didn't realize financially and bringing business to the community, it was baseball.
So did you ever see Satchel Paige?
Man, they said, I had a chance to meet him about a couple of times while he was living, that he had a fastball. They clocked it at 105 miles an hour.
What about Cool Papa?
Cool Papa Bell, man, what you talking about? Cool Papa Bell was so cold, man. He played all innings. He knew what to do. He was so fast. Cool Papa Bell was so fast. Bob said he went from one base to another. He said they clocked him at 12 seconds from one base to another.
One more question I want to ask you before I go. Curtis Fuller. Nobody talk about him with the trombone. Mm-hmm. Did you ever see him?
I never did.
So as a young man, the state of Kansas was a free state. That's why all the blacks came here, right? Mm-hmm. And they went with the Indians. Mm-hmm. But in your opinion, how did this community be so rich with baseball and with jazz, and people come from all over the world? This American Jazz Museum is no question the #1 jazz museum in the world.
Yes,
I can
it is.
unequivocally say
yes,
that.
It is.
I
yes,
mean,
it is.
Tokyo has a hell of a, New Orleans has, Harlem has a couple, but I don't like to say the best. You know, it's like saying who's the best? Ella Fitzgerald, Abby Lincoln, Ernestine Anderson, all of them good.
Every last one of them.
But what makes Kansas City? What is the dirt? What is it about Kansas City to make Kansas City jazz?
Oh man, because economically, the baseball brought economical power to the inner city. Because when they would come in, they brought economic, because see, baseball was Americans' power, but when them boys got on the field, they knew they outdrew
the
other players, the white leagues.
So integration was really a bad thing. The guy just told me that. He just told me that in Tulsa, in the 1920s, they had 17 millionaires in 1920.
Sir, I want to get back to what you were saying.
Yes.
Matter of fact, we had one of our executives who was over the Negro League Baseball, and he had an opportunity to go to Tulsa to that museum. He is now over that Tulsa museum. He was formerly by name, his last name was Boswell.
Okay.
He is now the curator and over that museum. Man, let me tell you something. During the time of all of that greatness and goodness, it was a point where baseball began to decline, and young black players who once almost dominated it. The young generation nowadays, today, they got rid of, they didn't want to play baseball no more.
Basketball.
They want to play basketball and football. You see what I'm saying? And now I was just talking to a couple that was in, a man and his son who came to the museum, who was from Puerto Rico.
Okay.
And he says, man, let me tell you, he said, when I went inside of that museum, I had chills.
Roberto Clemente.
He says, when I went in there, man, I had chills because they mentioned some of us. They mentioned. And when he was talking to me, he had his son. He said, but we know there's something about that history they could never stop.
So you lived this.
Man, let me tell you something.
So you are, I call you a modern day Grayout because you have enlightened me. And I'm 63, so you my elder, I have to respect you. Not just your presence, but I respect your knowledge and your spirit, because this is going to go worldwide. Not only
that, my brother.
Yes, sir.
I'm 76.
Oh, 76, I'm sorry.
That's okay. But what I have learned in dealing with those icons, despite whatever they went through, despite what they had to encounter. But they did it with perseverance. They did it with class. They said that we won't let you play with us. Then they said we'll start our own. And now the records is beginning to become fruition throughout the baseball history. A lot of the records that they laid aside and wouldn't write about. So you have to be careful of the pen because a lot of the history they left out. But in time, I don't care how long you try to suppress it.
The truth is the truth.
The truth is the truth.
That is
It's
why
gonna come on.
God connected me with you.
Yeah.
Because I'm doing Jazz 313. It is my narration, not other people's narration.
Yes.
They call it the narrative.
Yes.
This is, and you are the baton giving me the knowledge, and I'm gonna take it to the next one.
And all we have to do is just keep spreading it.
So in closing, the mayor of Kansas City, if you ever down in the museum, tell them to come look for you, Mr. Ronnie Medlock.
Menlock, yeah.
We got some Menlocks up in Detroit, Carlos Menlocks, they basketball players.
They may be.
Yeah.
We don't know. They may be.
But anyway though, Mr. Menlock, you don't know how much I appreciate this conversation. And it's Jazz 313. If you like what we're doing, click, subscribe, and share. You're getting the real thing at the Kansas City Jazz Museum and the National League Baseball, Negro League Baseball Museum. And with Mr. Ronnie Medlock, and may God bless you, and you have many years, and I hope to see you again in this life.